to back guano because of the house I'm renting has them in there. I'm trying to put a pause string on that glass. Can I use that?
Sure, that's great. That's a good nitrogen.
Touche.
Are you gonna film me?
Okay, I ran into SkinnyMedic trying to film me, so I'm going to film him back.
So we're like, this is like a mirror, like look, filming each other back and forth. So,
what are we doing? What are we going to do here? Are you a class today?
Yes, I have a class today. I'm doing the active shooter class. So, trying to train people for the medical side of active shooter because they're happening in our office buildings, happening in the classroom, everywhere. So, just trying to get more people more prepared and doing that.
Your camera is fancier than mine, but
what are you doing here?
I am just set up with our booth. Just we're teaching one class on practical infrastructure, and just having a good time. Taught on water yesterday, teaching on energy today, and just catching up with cool folks like SkinnyMedic.
This is awesome. I love coming here every year. I learned so much.
Did you camp out?
No, we don't. We camp out at Cobra Camp. It's just too hard right here, so we don't camp out here.
Yeah,
so.
we're close too, so we went home. But
with the 2 kids,
a lot of people come from a long ways away, and they often we're on a fairground, so you can camp out. So everybody seems to be having a good time. Thankfully, got good weather. So.
Absolutely. So.
Anyway, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
It's $10 here at the show. Anything, $10 off anything.
Well, yeah, he's like a brother to me. I love him. So.
One of these things, at some point, what is this instrument?
It depends on what your it depends on what your static water level is. So you could have a 300-foot well, and you could have a static water level of 100 feet. This will set up to 325 feet. Average is usually 50 feet static water level. We would set it at a height.
A lot of people like to do that. Some people just want it ready to go and not worry about it.
You've even got it comes with a little bit of char.
Yeah, it comes already with some char cloth in there. It comes with some spare O-rings and with some instructions on there as well.
The O-ring would go the handle here.
Yeah, so when you pull it out, like this right here,
The only thing that makes this thing portable is it has cords, and it gets you around permits.
I'm not going anywhere. Like you, we got a great setup where we are.
Okay.
So I'm not bugging out. I need it there.
Got it.
And if I can use it all.
Are you trying to photograph me?
Huh? No, I'm not photographing at all. Yeah, video and.
For who? Yourself?
Huh? Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So if you go look on the SkinnyMedic YouTube channel, you may find yourself on that in like a few days.
That'll work. That people, the great people that take care of us, the paramedics, the nurses, the doctors, the firemen, the policemen, may not be there for you if indeed something terrible does happen.
Longest thing.
After Hurricane Katrina, they did surveys with the fire department because there was an issue with absenteeism.
I can buy this book,
They did.
Stocking Up, for a penny on Amazon. Okay? It's a great book, and it talks about preserving your food, and it has freezing, dehydrating, and canning in it. And it's the basics. It's how long to can your potatoes, how long to can this. This is what it looks like now. It's the same book they just...
When they get to be 20 weeks old, they better be sold, or you might have a problem. You got too many bucks there.
But can you put those like in a hutch at that point if you still had them maybe?
No, we don't have that capacity.
Okay.
We don't want it.
If you have bucks that are mature, like well past maturity, so 20 weeks, well really, I mean over 16 weeks, you want to have them in separate individual hutches or colonies. It doesn't really, as long as they're by themselves, it's just a problem. Even if they're growing up together, once they hit maturity, then they start like
they'll fight.
Yeah.
So what we have on the last quarter, right? I said 10 by 20 dough run, 10 by 10 grow out pen, 10 by 10 is separated into 3 sections for our 3 bucks.
One reason I leave just a little thick on these particular knives is because if we don't compensate enough and it goes ahead and goes a little too far back, then you can run down the back side of it and push it back forward. Morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm gonna change hammers for this job here.
Did you not bring the ladder?
Huh?
Did you bring this ladder?
Yeah.
Where is it? Let's see.
Right here on the horn. What I like to do is find a corner on the anvil and just pull that material down towards me from about a third of the way up on the blade. And I just drag the knife across that same spot. See, I'm actually kind of pulling it.
Right. So there are 4 uses of the rabbit. It's a show rabbit, it's a breeder, it's a meat rabbit, or it's a pet. The highest standard is the show standard, so we breed for that. Okay. So Pri will show you how the simple way you can tell if it's a good quality rabbit. Okay. So you want your doe to produce that.
How are you? Good.
Good night.
I did.
Good. Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Are we gonna see
I think we're all setting up on the inside today. So it rained a little bit last night here, so this is Sunday morning. Vendors were outside for 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and so then it rained overnight. So we all moved in. It started raining like Saturday afternoon, and it was funny. It started raining. And so we started moving tables in, just pick tables up, and customers were coming over helping me move, things like that. So it was really awesome to see everybody working together. There were customers, everybody just helped move all the vendors inside really quick. So all the vendors were moved in very quickly. So it was pretty cool. So all the vendors are gonna be inside for classes and stuff like that today. So.
He knows that. That's why he made us all different. He knows us different. Right in the middle of the street.
I'll put it on YouTube. I'll sell it for you.
Yeah.
Ship it.
It started raining and thunder started taking down. It's like, it's a sink. Water is not going to hurt the sink.
We have children. And I'm like, God's gonna take care of it. I'm okay. And she's looking at me because I was so weak I couldn't get off the couch. At that point, I stopped working. During the summer months, for extra money, I would mow lawns, trim trees and stuff like that, just for extra money coming in and to buy some silver. But anyway, here I am.
Oils are guaranteed to be very pure. They do a lot of third-party testing to promise you're getting a good quality oil. They have taken a few of them off the market temporarily when they were not meeting their standards.
If you really add probably more seasonings to it to get the flavor that you're getting right there. And I figure I'm probably going to vacuum seal up a whole bunch of this stuff and just have it for her.
There will be nothing but dirt, so it'll have a dirt floor eventually. They're gonna start dropping manure, and to collect it, you're gonna go put in a bunch of straw all over the place, and it'll look like snow. You're gonna put it, 4 inches thick all the way around, and they'll come out and jump all around. What's this? It's new. They're extremely curious. Eventually, though, that will just mat down and go away. So, because it mulches right there in place. So you're building up the dirt while the wire is actually through the rain.
Great. All right. But if I'm striking him this way, he's going to be moving back that way, isn't he? I got collar. If we're in close enough proximity, I'm going to want to pull him into my strike. All right. If he's a little bit shorter, I might pull his head into a strike. Right? That works for Billy. You're a little bit taller than Billy, so I'd go for those ribs there, those floating ribs. Knees are great because you're really powerful in the legs, a lot more so than you are in the arms, unless you're an Amazon or something. But
I'm an Amazon.
You're an Amazon.
Got the whole Amazon.
All right. Well, I'm vertically challenged, so no.
Use what your strengths are. I prefer kicking, I prefer leg stuff, but if we're really close in, that's a little limited. So I'm going to show you some of the limited kicking you can do. One, heel stomp to the shin. All right? And if you really want to make him suffer, you grind that heel all the way down. All right? Down. Yeah. You got some nice heels on. You got some heels on. Right through the shoe there. Although let's hope you don't get stuck. All right. Knees. I talked about knees earlier today. You suffer from a knee.
Violence is so ingrained. They want violence. They want to see it. They don't understand the aspect of, turn the other cheek. By the way, that turn the other cheek is for insults and stuff, not for being physically attacked. We have a right as Christians to physically fight back. If you read in Luke, Jesus actually tells the disciples to sell a cloak and buy a sword. And the cloak is what protected their body from all the elements of the weather. It was kind of like a blanket at night as well. And yet Jesus is telling the disciples to sell a cloak and buy a sword and learn how to defend themselves.